This is Tennessee Talks with United States Congressman Tim Burchett.
Hey everybody, Congressman Tim Burchett joining you with another episode of Tennessee Talks, and I have my buddy Rick Hohensee here, who actually is homeless, and I met him 5 years ago, I guess, when I got up here, wasn't it, Rick? And he's got a website, rickfordictator.com. He keeps me alert on my toes. Every time I'm out here, he always has some new issue about nuance of what's going on and that I wasn't even aware of. And generally he's written a paper on it. And got his bike, one of his bikes. How many bikes you got?
Four.
All right. But he actually knows what the heck's going on up here, which is more than I can say for a lot of congressmen. Rick, thank you for being here with me.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me.
And one other thing, when I bought my farm, you'd heard I bought a farm, and I didn't even tell you where it was. I guess you went on.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah,
but,
I asked.
Okay. And then he showed up the next day, literally. It was I guess almost a topographical map, and showed me where I should grow and what I should grow it on every area of it.
I do that with a lot of farms, not just yours.
Well, but
being homeless, I'm a web farmer.
I got you. Okay. Now, how do you eat? Don't you tell me you have gardens out here all over?
Well, when I need money, I play harmonica.
Right. Good
And,
Fender harmonica. That's good to know. My
Yeah,
daddy
this
was a harmonica
isn't
guy.
bad. This isn't bad. We're on the Capitol grounds, so.
Right.
So
Appreciate that, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, tell me where you're from. Where are you from
I'm
originally?
originally from Prince George's County, Maryland, which is 10 miles that way.
Okay.
College Park in Adelphi.
All right. Well, how did you end up on the streets? I guess I don't want to dwell on that. I want to talk more about your knowledge.
Basically, when somebody says don't quit your day job, to a musician,
Yeah.
the rest of that sentence is, or you'll wind up like Rick.
So you're a musician
I'm
by
I'm
training.
a failed rock star, but also,
Well, we all are.
I'm also a former computer programmer professionally, site work construction estimator for 5 years, land
Right.
surveyor, and so part of why I'm homeless is for independence in the city of
Oh, I dig it, dude.
the People's Republic of the District.
There's a buddy of mine back home, Wild Bill Wilson, who is a philosopher in himself. But Wild Bill, I said, Wild Bill, this is back before cell phones were as prevalent. I said, man, you need to get a phone. He said, what do I need to get a phone for, Tim? If I want to talk to somebody, I'll go down to the truck stop and use theirs. And I thought, there's a lot of knowledge in that because, heck, you get bothered 24/7 with these dadgum things.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd like to see pay phones or something in libraries. That would be nice.
it's a good idea. Tell me, what's your favorite subject
I
up
have a
here?
tablet, but it's not a phone.
I got you. What's your favorite issue to deal? I know
Well,
you're big on the economy.
The best example of why America would be better off with a dictator,
and you being that dictator.
well, that would be probably preferable, is Federal Reserve quantitative easing. It is completely incompetent. It is congressional incompetence. It's insane. It's letting private banks counterfeit the money to fund the debt and then borrowing the money from the counterfeiters rather than just printing the money. I have a bill, rickfordictator.com/issues/money.html. It says, no, just print the money. Don't let private banks print it and borrow it from them.
Right.
And nobody's done anything about it.
Now,
But
if it were going,
one more thing.
Go ahead.
But Andy Barr asked me about the bill specifically last week, so hopefully
You like Andy?
He's all right.
He's a good dude. I like him.
The one member that ever did anything I said was Michelle Lujan Grisham.
What's he do?
I had a program for trying to generate new small farmers, and she presented it to the New Mexico legislature when she announced for governor.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's moved on it since. But
Okay.
but
You got an interest in agriculture, apparently. Why?
Yeah.
What is that?
I grew up on a landscape nursery inside the Beltway. I told one guy, a lobbyist around here one time, that I was an inside the Beltway farm boy, and he couldn't get his head around that at all.
Well, hydroponics, I guess a lot of us could be.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But that's the best example of how Congress just isn't doing its job.
Well, I agree with you there.
You know?
Do you think it's fixable without a dictator like yourself?
I'm not so sure.
Honest answer.
Here's the test. Here's the test. Is Congress smart enough to elect an independent speaker?
Probably not.
Probably not. So you probably do need a dictator. Because Democrats and Republicans are all too stupid to vote for an independent when they're in the minority.
That's true.
That's stupid.
Well, you pick the whole minority, minority, and then you just peel off a couple out of the majority.
Yeah.
And there you are.
Yeah. And I've got the Freedom Caucus right now, right? And I've probably got all the Democrats if they weren't so stupid. And that's why I'm the right guy for this, because I'm pathologically independent, personally, as a person. So.
And the rest of Congress is pathological liars.
Pathologically, shall we say,
inept
party professionals.
Well, I'll agree with that. Well, tell me about your family. You got any family?
I got a brother and a half brother and a sort of. I don't have any. I haven't generated any family.
You're a musician.
Basically, it's a non-life that I have, and it's kind of.
Well, you're totally off the grid.
Yeah.
There's no real records of you out there. I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, I just recently got an ID again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hadn't had an ID for a while.
What do you use that for?
Not much.
Not much, yeah. Yeah.
I may try to get a checking account, but
Yeah.
If what I was doing got funded, it would probably be through others anyway. So.
Right on. You told me one time you had gardens all over town. You still do that?
I kind of do, yeah.
I don't want you to tell me where they are.
They get whacked a lot.
Yeah, I know they do.
And it's like one of them got whacked yesterday, right by my campsite, which is going to get whacked Thursday.
Right.
But they asked me, hey, is there anything in here you want to leave? And I said, yeah, leave the peach tree. So they left the peach tree. I got a peach tree about that tall up there.
All right. And you got me some apple trees going, is that right?
Yeah, but you got to introduce my bill.
Okay. That's a quid pro quo. I don't know if I can do that. Now you've got it on camera, and I don't know what I'm going to do if I can do that or not.
For a free apple tree.
Yeah.
Okay? So there will be restitution of $0.
Now, some people would say, Adam gave it all away for an apple. Just one
that's
apple,
it.
not even a tree.
That's it. But yeah, that's another thing is what's wrong with a 7-page income tax code? Doesn't that sound Republican to you?
I think a 1-page would probably be very nice.
Well, mine actually.
You got a 7-page one on your website?
The difference between your 1-pager and my 7-pager is Biden will sign mine.
Okay.
See?
All right. No, that's true. I doubt he would sign mine.
Mine has normal progressive rates.
Okay. Is it on your website?
Yeah.
RickForDictator.com?
Yeah.
All right. You need to get like T-shirts and hats on that thing, Rick. Seriously.
You need to spread this.
Well, it's going to go out to several thousand people.
Oh, that's good.
It'll go out, and then
Mostly in Tennessee.
All over the country. Actually, we
That's nice.
get followers from all over,
That's
which
nice.
is pretty cool.
But yeah, I've been promoting a 7-page tax code for a long time, and nobody does anything about that.
All right.
And so on,
Sounds
So
good.
another guy asked me one time, if you're a dictator, what's the problem you're going to solve? The one problem that needs solving in Washington, maybe not nationwide, maybe not at the state level, but in Washington, the 2-party system is the problem. It needs solving, and the guys say, well, as long as these people, no, this is how you go around it. Is Constitutional Convention.
Constitutional Convention, CON, as they call it.
Yeah.
All right, one thing you'd do if you were a dictator, what is it, if you could do it?
I've mentioned fixed ban QE.
Right.
I would put handrails on the House steps.
Okay.
I would make it unlawful to lock a portable toilet in the District of Columbia.
I know, you told me that's a problem at Christmas time.
That's a homeless,
and Thanksgiving.
That's another thing from my brethren on the street.
Yeah.
And
have you ever thought about digging a field latrine? Just digging your own out there? They won't let you do that?
Not in D.C., no.
No, they won't let you do that there?
And the next thing after...
Where do you get your water?
Usually out of a restroom or a soda fountain.
Okay.
Usually,
I remember one time I brought you a sandwich, and you know what you told me?
Yeah.
You said, thanks, Tim, but I'm trying to watch my carbs. I'll never forget that. Never forget that.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I've lost 100 pounds.
Yeah, I know you have. You're much better
But
health.
I'm trying to get my head back onto policy. What would be the next thing after fix and fed QE? Then there's the 7-page tax code.
Right.
Then there would be. I should be better at this.
Oh, you're all right.
You guys going to edit this a little bit?
Yeah, we'll edit it out. Don't worry, dude. We'll make you look good.
The next thing would be.
Hey, they'll make me look good.
Require paper ballots in federal elections.
Okay.
This Congress is too inept.
I worked on that when I was in Tennessee. Actually,
This Congress is too inept to require paper ballots. Now, I'm not a partisan person, right?
I know you're not.
But the Democrats have a 140-page voting rights bill. Okay.
After they just said we came through the best elections
Democrats,
in history.
140 pages, voting rights. The answer is no. I don't have to read it. Okay. How about just require paper ballots?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So it would be. I'm about simple.
I understand.
So
talk to me, not to them.
Okay.
Hey, let me. I always close with this because we're going to run out of time here.
Yeah.
I want to. Who's your favorite musician?
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. Purple Haze.
Yeah.
I was a big fan. Left-handed.
I just gave a Stratocaster to somebody to hold for me.
Really?
While the city stomps my stuff.
Don't want to lose that.
Yeah, I had 2 guitars and an amp in a pile of trash that I live in.
Yeah.
And if nobody messes with it, nobody messes with it.
Yeah, well,
but
you got to lock that up. A Strat. Is it a real one or is it Japanese?
It's
Chinese, I guess.
It's a Squire.
Okay.
But it's a hot little axe.
I know it is. That's cool. All right. Hendrix played it left-hand. You play it left-hand?
No.
Okay, well, that's cool. Last question. I always ask everybody. You get to ask me one question. And honestly, if I don't like it, I just edit this part out. So go ahead.
What do you?
Anything you want. Anything you want.
What do you think your constituents most want you to do?
Fight government waste. I think they're sick of it. I think they are sick of it. It's just too big, and it's.
Well, that's quite reasonable, and I think you need probably an independent speaker to have the credibility to cut in both directions.
Well, I'll get some calls on it now that you put it out there.
Because Republicans don't cut the DOD.
No.
And that's
I'd vote to do it.
That's where the big white
the war pimps.
Well, I was talking
They've lost $1 billion every year in their audit. And they failed their audit, and nobody up here has the guts to slap their little fat hands.
Oh, there was a thing in the script. They brought up. I proposed 4 branches of government.
Yeah.
The 4th branch would be an auditor. The United States
righteous.
The United States needs an elected controller, like a corporation has.
Okay. All right.
So that was fun.
Well, not finished yet. I have to do my last part. Thank y'all so much. Another episode of Tennessee Talks. We try to get folks in and around the country that are newsmakers. My man Rick here is a newsmaker. And thank y'all so much for sending me here. Rick, thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Tennessee Talks. Please subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Keep up with Congressman Burchett by following Rep. Tim Burchett on Twitter and Instagram, and Congressman Tim Burchett on Facebook and YouTube.